I am Sonia Briggs. I am a registered nurse. I am the Director of Nursing as well as Administrator here at PediaKare. And I oversee all operations, both with the nurses, our transport. We have a cook staff, the cleaning, and anything that we do with the kids and our parents. We usually take children that have special needs. Our criteria, because we have our funding through the state Medicaid provider of Louisiana, we have to have a certification process. So they have to have, our children have to have nursing needs throughout the day. And we take cerebral palsy that have other needs with hydrocephalus, VP shunts, seizures, cardiac problems, cystic fibrosis, any problem that the child has in short-term or long-term that require nursing needs during the day. Our scope of service is from newborn to 10 years of age. However, we know that some children over 10 developmentally, even though they're chronically at 10, developmentally they might be a 2 or 3 year old. So we may take children on a case-by-case basis over the 10 years, but for the most part we have newborn, let's say 6 weeks to 3 months for our early young children, as much as about 6 to 8 years of age. We have RNs, registered nurses, we have LPNs here, as well as what we call direct service workers. A direct service worker is similar to a certified nursing assistant. Some are CNAs, others might have child care experience at a daycare, as well as the medical training that we give them once they hear. Our staff all have to have at least 2 years experience in the pediatric field, either in a child care setting like in a daycare or in a hospital setting. Right now we have 2 full-time LPNs, 1 full-time RN that work continuously Monday through Friday, and we have 5 PRN or as-needed RNs that rotate. Every day we have 2 RNs, 2 LPNs, and 3 to 4 DSWs. We have a van that has a lift accessibility that we have 4 right now. We have 4 routes every morning, every afternoon. We go as far as New Iberia because right now we have a Franklin Center that will be opening soon. So our New Iberia kids will soon go to the Franklin Center. But right now they come here to our Lafayette Center. So we go as far south as New Iberia. We do all the Lafayette area, as far west as Crawley, and as far north as Opelousas. We are certified as a pediatric day health care center through the state of Louisiana, the Department of Health and Hospitals. Therefore, we have annual surveys that have the state regulations that we have to mandate. Our license is not for well children, so we're not a well child daycare center. That is the reason for our certification process for our children. We offer for our children that do eat by mouth, we offer a breakfast, a lunch, and an afternoon snack. We do have some of our children that eat only pureed foods, which is the same meal that is all our plan for our meal plans for the day are made by a certified dietitian, a registered dietitian, and we puree the same food that our children can eat by mouth, we puree and feed to some of our children. As well as a lot of our children have G-tube feedings, which the parents do provide the formula for the G-tube feeding. For our infants, we have a less structured protocol with the nurses and the DSWs with our infants because they sleep at different times. So we have the typical, they eat, they have diaper changes, they sleep, and they have tummy time, sitting up. We have all sorts of developmentally toys for their stimulation. So they might have floor time, tummy time. They do go outside every day. And our toddlers are a little bit more structured in that we have a time frame that they get their breakfast, then they go outside and play, then they come in and they have an educational session that every week, and it's rotated every 3 months. They learn a letter for the week, a number, a shape, a color, and a Bible scripture. And also we're teaching sign to them. As well as for the toddlers, after lunch, everyone goes down for a formal nap for about an hour to an hour and a half. Not all of the toddlers sleep, but at least it's quiet time for them. Then they get up and have their snack, and then by that time, parents are usually coming to pick them up. She is available on an as-needed basis for any of our parents that are in need of more resources for their children. She has seen several of our parents that have complicated issues with their children, not only medically, but sometimes socially. So we have a few children that not only with their medical problems, but they might be autistic. So she can help them transition to the school system or to Head Start. And that's where she comes in and knows a lot of resources for our parents. Sometimes she just listens to them. Yes, we do. We have occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical therapy. Our children are under doctor's orders that are here, so our doctors will order what they think is deemed necessary for their developmental stimulation, depending on what their problems are medically and or physically. Our physical therapists, occupational therapists, and speech therapists all evaluate those children that have orders and then set up a routine, whether it's weekly, every other week, or monthly, to oversee the therapies. And then our nursing staff, on the other days that the therapists do not come, at least 3 days a week, we will have our nurses do the same thing the therapists work with, because our therapists educate our nurses on what to do for that protocol for the time between from them coming one time to the next. Right now we are located in Lafayette. We're off of Walker Road, which is a street off of University, North University. And they can contact the center by 337-269-5505. And on our website we have the referral form that they can download, and if they wish to fax it to us, we take all referrals and we go through the certification process from the referral form. So they can fax that to us at 337-269-5506.